गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. Whenever we go at a subtler level of existence, we expand beyond the limitations of time, space and object. Suppose you think about your body. So, time, date of birth and date of death. This is all between the womb and the tomb. Then, if you think about life or prana, it goes beyond the limitations of the body, inside as well as outside. Without the connection with the external air, internal life is impossible. So when we come to the prana level of existence, we expand. We go little beyond the limitations of time, space and object. Thereafter we come to the mind. When we come to mind, there is neither time nor space nor object. Because time is a baby of the mind. If there is no mind, there is no time. Like in the deep sleep, the mind is dissolved or becomes unmanifest, and therefore there is no concept of time. There is no concept of space. When these two parameters are absent, time and space, there cannot be object. So time and space, they are the subtlemost, and when they become grossified, it is called as an object. So we start from the object, then slowly start migrating at a subtler level of existence, and thus we come to the mind. And therefore, like we can experience the body, the gross world, we can experience the prana, the breathing, etc., life, pain, etc. But when we come to mind, it becomes difficult what exactly the mind is. So some people tell us mind is a flow of thoughts. Can we say river is a flow of river is a flow of waters? No. River is waters plus flow plus the substratum, the river bed. All the three are together called as river. In the same manner, when we talk about mind, it cannot be merely a flow of thoughts. Then we further inquire, then we come to know still subtler level. Whose mind? Unless there is an owner, there is no existence for the mind. So this I is still subtler. This journey from the gross to the subtle is the spiritual practice. This is what is taught in this Shiva Sutra, the 3rd chapter. And as we go subtler and subtler in our own being, many dormant potentialities which remain unmanifest in our life, they start manifesting. All of us have got infinite potentiality. This manifestation of the dormant potentialities is something like when a boy or a girl, when she or he starts growing, slowly the changes in his or her body start happening. Then the puberty breaks, then the maturity comes, then the foolishness comes, then the anger comes, then the fructification of the foolishness called as marriage happens, then the middle age, and then the old age, and then you again want to go back to the childhood. See? So all these things are not coming from outside. They are already dormant. In the same manner, when we thus become subtler and subtler in our being, so we discard the gross world, we discard the sense organs, Therefore, we discard the activities connecting the world. Then we come to the mind. We transcend the mind. And when the mind is our slave, when we are no more the slave to the mind, then many siddhis or many divine potentialities start manifesting in life. And when this happens, we get influenced by them. And the very purpose of our life to be a counter which expresses the divine in its full glory, this very purpose is defeated. See, friends, I am not telling you about God realization. Spare that poor God. Don't bother for God realization. Don't bother for seeing the vision of God. I want to see God. One lady asked me this question. Swamiji, you know everything. I want to see God. I said, what will you do after that? No, let me see at least. I said, okay, imagine I am God. Now you have seen me. What next? See, friends, don't bother for these gimmicks on this religious path. We should be so perfect so that the God chooses us. Upanishad says, Yame Vesha Vrunate Tena Labhyaha Tasesha Atma Vivrunate Tanum Swam. When we become fit, then we are chosen, and then through us the divinity expresses in full glory. That is the purpose of life. And the expression of the divinity is arrested by many forces, negative forces. And these negative forces are called as moha, delusion, maya, or the various siddhis start coming in. And then आए थे हरि भजन को ओटन लगे कपास. We come here for knowing the truth and we get lost in this truth. One story I read about one devotee. Narayana came and said, hey devotee, I am pleased with you. Tell what you want. Come to Vaikuntha. Free. He said, no, I won't come alone. I want to take the whole world with me. Narayana laughed. He said, come on, don't worry about the world. No, then I won't come. I said, okay, you get anybody. Your certification is last authority. You say and done. There will be no further inquiry. Reservation quota is easier to understand. So, first that devotee went to the sannyasis. Because who are sannyasis? Those who have given up everything for the sake of the Lord. So, Sannyasi Maharaj, come, let's go to Vaikuntha. Hey, Vaikuntha. I am constructing a ashram, the temple is being constructed, the marble is to be fitted, the murtis I have ordered from Jaipur. Arey Rama, directly God has come and you are lost only in the furniture. He did not go. Then he went to these Vanaprasthi. Vanaprasthi means retired people. Retired one day, the world is really tired of them. Retired. So these retired people, he said, come. He said, no, now my grandson is hardly 6 months. Let him get married and have his grandson, then I will come. Look here. Then he went to the grahasthas like you. So the moment the devotee came, the grahastha said, are you fool or what? You are telling something like after a marriage, let us do meditation. Will anybody go to honeymoon for doing meditation or what? You don't understand anything. Go away. Poor devotee went away. Then he went to the brahmachari. He said, no, I have just started studying Sanskrit. Now I have to study the Bhagavad Gita. I have to chant the Vedic mantras. Where will I come to the Vaikuntha? He got disgusted. what Narayana said seems right. And out of disgust he went to a pig, the worst kind of dirty animal. So he said, Mr. Pig, this is an offer. He said, excuse me, I'll ask Mrs. Swine and let you know. So the pig went to Mrs. Swine and said, hey honey, this is the offer. Should we go? Go and ask them, our food is available there or not? And when the devotee came back, Bhagavan said, Bulao duniya ko, call the whole world. Who wants the truth, friends? Yamaivesha vrunute tena labhyaha. He who seeks the truth to the exclusion of everything, to him alone the truth is revealed. What we lack is not efforts. What we lack is sincerity, that we really want to know the truth. That is all. Therefore, when to create obstacles, this moha avaran comes, the curtain of delusion comes, and we get carried away by doing good to the world, doing this, doing that, so that the world can be improved. See? And he who thus protects himself, he doesn't get carried away by this world. Then, moha jayad ananta bhoga sahaja vidya jayaha, 7th sutra. Then, as he has conquered this delusion created through the siddhis, he experiences the infinite bliss of effortless being, sahaja vidya. Sahaja, effortless. The sign of proximity to the divinity is spontaneity in expression. The spontaneity is as straight, as simple, as effortless as when we stand before the mirror, how much time, effort the mirror takes to reflect anything that stands in front. That effortlessness, sahaja vidya. Such great masters are always at peace. Bhagavan Shankara says, yoga rato va, bhoga rato va, sangha rato va, sangha vihina. It doesn't matter what is the quality and the type of their life. They are abiding in the truth. Shankara further says, Atma tvam girijamati sahachara prana shariram gruham pujate vishayopabhogarachana nidra samadhi stitihi sanchara padayo pradakshina vidhi stotrani sarvagiro yad yad karma karomi tattadakilam shambho tavaradhana. He is abiding in the divine. Therefore, his activities cannot be measured in our light of ignorance. So, sahaja vidya jayaha. After this has happened, now the next 8th sutra tells, evam ayam asadita sahaja vidyaha. In this manner, he who is thus abiding in this effortless existence of being, jagrat dvitiya karaha. Now his life is from totally a different plane of existence. See? To understand this verse, one example will be enough. Bhagavad Gita, you all are masters. In the 2nd chapter, Bhagavan says, Ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagrati sayyami yasyam jagrati bhutani sa nisha pashyato munehe. Where the average people are not able to perceive the divinity pulsating in and through the totality, to that the wise man is awakened, and this duality which appears to be very real to the ignorant, this duality has no impact on the wise man. Pashyato mune. See, Jagrat dvitiya karaha. It is something like, you must have seen the children. The children are playing in their own way. They don't care for anything. They are in their own imagination. See? Once I saw one child in a auto rickshaw in India. Because of some traffic jam, we have to wait. So there was an auto rickshaw and one child was sitting there and imagining. So I asked him, I said, hey, what are you doing? I am driving rickshaw, too much of traffic. I said, when you become big, what do you want to become? Yeah, I want to first buy a rickshaw, I'll be a rickshaw man. Then I'll buy a taxi, big one. Then I'll buy a small truck. And then I'll buy a big truck. So he's imagining. Are we not all doing this thing? After I get married, I'll be happy. Jagrat dvitiya karaha. So the wise man is living in this absolute, although functioning in the relative world. Therefore, yatra yatrakshamargena chaitanyam vidyate vibhoho tasya tanmatra vittam chalat bharitatmata. So wherever where his mind goes, he is able to experience the divine presence. So friends, what must be the experience if we come to abide in the absolute reality? Only words will not mean anything. When we go to the doctor doesn't ask us, what is your disease? See? But Indians will tell a doctor, malaria ho gaya, thok do jara injection. So when we go to the doctor asks us the symptoms. From the symptoms, the disease is inferred. Exactly the same way. If we are abiding in the truth, then what are the symptoms? See? There is one boy here only in USA, California. Extraordinary, totally different, out of this world. He is so young, he must be in his mid-20s or so. He has done 2-3 graduation, extremely brilliant. And he is very deeply involved in study of scriptures. So he came to India, stayed there for 6 months. He wanted to become sannyasi. I said, before you become sannyasi, I'll put you somewhere, study, observe, and then decide. So he was in Rishikesh for 6 months. I said, don't have to pay anything. Go and stay there and study, learn Sanskrit, move among the people, but don't tell anybody that you are from America. Remain there most incognito. He did that. And I said, after 6 months, come and meet me. He met me. I said, do you want to become sannyasi? He said, no, Swamiji. He said, I had a total different picture of sannyas. There I moved among the sannyasis. Their only theme was, आज भंडारे में जलेबी मिलेगी कि लड्डू मिलेंगे? That was the only theme. Yesterday that Seji gave 50 rupees dakshina. I hope today he gives 100 rupees. If that is the thing, why not you earn money and enjoy life? So he came back, now he is doing a job here. So he asked me last time, Swamiji, now you give me some homework. Every time I give him some homework, I said, okay, one homework for you. Vedanta says, this is homework for you also. Vedanta says, Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya Jivo Brahmaiva Naparaha. This world is illusion. And Vedanta also says, love the world. How can you love the illusion? Can you love the mirage waters? You can't. See? And also the Vedanta says, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. Everything is Brahman. So, the world is illusion. The world is Brahman. Therefore, Brahman is illusion. Isn't it? He says, Swamiji, you are confusing me. I said, this is called as vaccination. Vedantic vaccination. Whenever vaccine is given, it starts, creating turmoil in your body. So start thinking. For 1 year he struggled. He said, Swamiji, please tell, I am not able to sleep. I said, unless you give up your sleep, you will not be awakened. Now be attentive. I will tell you the reply. When something is recognized as illusion, we enjoy illusion, but we don't desire illusions. We see the rainbow, enjoy. But do we desire, I wish I take a piece of rainbow and take to my house? No. So, when the world is taken as illusion, you will not be infected by the virus of desire. Second thing, when the world is none other than you, there cannot be desire for you about yourself. So what is the net result? Net result is, if we are abiding in the truth, our desire level will slowly start receding. And we come to a stage wherein we live at zero desire level. What is the meaning of living at zero desire level? Okay. Living at zero complaint level. What is the complaint? Complaint is, no, it should have been like this desire. See, friends. Therefore, here the teacher says, such a master who is thus living in this Jagrat Dvitiya Karaha, now how is his lifestyle? The first, Nartaka Atma, 9th verse. 9th sutra, Nartaka Atma. He is like an actor on the stage. This is one most important spiritual practice, and this is what is the crux of all the spiritual practice. You must have seen Rama Leela, Krishna Leela. Leela means what? Which appears that everything is happening, but in reality nothing is happening. In the same manner, it appears everything is happening in this world, but in fact nothing is happening. See? By God's grace, if you get this one day in your understanding, your quality of life will absolutely be different. One lady asked me, this I told last time probably, in Germany, Swami should have come in my life 25 years before. I said, forget, even then I would not have married you. No, not that way. I would not have divorced 3 times. Now I understand where I was going wrong. I said, anyway, it's over, 4th time, don't do that. Now tell me one important thing for my understanding. When you were married for the first time, you were wife and your husband was husband. So for our understanding, let us make the pair, W1H1 pair. Then second time again the same thing repeated, so W2H2 pair. Third time W3H3 pair. Now my question is, W1 is equal to W2 is equal to W3 is equal to what? Where that W1, first wife, has gone when you divorce? Where the second wife has gone? Where the third wife has gone? Are these 3 wives a burden on you? या 3 को उठा के चलना है? Where they have gone? They appeared. And who is miserable in world? These appearances are miserable. Can you separate the wife from the woman? Can you separate the man from the husband? See, husband is like a wrinkle on a cloth. It appears, but doesn't have existence. So next time you look at your husband, a wrinkle, come. Friend, it only appears, it doesn't have existence. But that is what is making us miserable. So what we want to do? We want to straighten the wrinkle. So when you straighten the wrinkle, you take the iron box and move around it, then find out where the wrinkle has gone. See? Oh, imagine, I have made my husband better. You can make him better if he is. You can't improve husband because it is an illusion. Illusion you can't improve. With this wisdom, when you start living your life, you can never be serious in life. Otherwise you get lost in terrible kind of stories. that Savitri and Satyavan, you know the story? Savitri was a great Pativrata, and when he died, she fought with the Lord Death and took her husband back. How you dare take my husband? Poor Lord Yama was defeated. And therefore the moral of the story is, if the wife is dedicated to the husband, she can even defeat death. But if you ask me, what is the moral of the story? You can be saved from death, but not from wife. Moral of the story. Life becomes so simple, but we become so serious, and the one about whom we are serious exists nowhere. See, friends, if you have studied and if you really digested, the wisdom expresses as wit and humor. A wise man will never be serious in life. See, and those who are serious, they are wrong somewhere. So, nartaka atma, then he comes to know that the self is like an artist on the stage. So, an artist when he is on the stage, he is crying, he is miserable, and people are torturing him, and he is crying so real that the audience also starts crying. And then they take out their tissue papers and start cleaning their nose. All kinds of questions are asked to me. I don't know why people ask this question. One lady asked me the question, Swamiji, your observation is very terrible. I don't know how you observe the things. But in one lecture you said that when the girls these days they cry, they take out the tissue paper and clean their nose, not the eyes. Why? I said, because there is a lacrimal duct connecting the waters in the eyes, it comes through the nose. But earlier they used to, wipe their eyes. I said, because earlier they used to have the natural eyelashes. Now if they wipe their eyes, the lashes will come out. Kaun hai ye? Gone. Everything is artificial. Narayana. So, nartaka atma. So, when this actor is crying on the stage, the audience also cries. So, what goes on in the mind of the actor? Are you dumb people, you are paying and crying really. I am paid and I am crying fake. I am not crying. It's just an acting. Live in this manner like you are listening now. Exactly the same way. As if listening to change. Therefore, nartaka atma. Then, where this dance is happening, rango antaratma, the stage on which this Mahatma is dancing is antaratma, the mind, the inner instrument. There all the drama is going on. See? Today before coming, I was exposed to one movie by Aparna. Swamiji, you should see this movie. So I said, okay. The movie was animation movie, inside and outside, in and out. So it gives a nice picture. What is happening to that girl inside is presented through some characters, and then how she is influenced by that. In the same manner, all our experiences, they happen on the mind, on the platform of the mind. And there, one keeps on enjoying or suffering, but this wise man is not suffering because he knows it's just a drama going on. And then who is the audience in the drama? In the prekshakani, indriyani, the sense organs are the audience. See? If there is no audience, there are no experiences of this world. If there are no experiences, there is no drama possible. So all our sense faculties, they are the audience, prekshakani, indriyani, and as a result, asya cha dhi vashat sattva siddhi. In this manner, when this wise man is living in this world so lightly, although as if living in the relative world, but far above the limitations of the relative world. Friends, limitations of the relative world is only one, and that is desire. No other thing. In two places this thought comes very potently. Second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, when Arjuna asked a question to Bhagavan Krishna, what is the meaning of meditation for a man of steady wisdom? There Bhagavan Krishna says, Prajahati yada kaman sarvan parthamanogatan atmannevatmana tushtaha sthita prajna sadochate. When a person is able to live at a zero desire level, he is living in meditation. In Kathopanishad also, it concludes with this thought, Yada sarve pramuchante kama yasya hridishritaha athamartyaha amruto bhavati atra brahma samashnute. When a martya, the mortal, is living at zero desire level, he is liberated now and here. He doesn't die. He doesn't leave his body. Like when a pot breaks, the pot space doesn't leave the pot. Atra brahma samashnute. While living itself, he is abiding in the truth. In this manner, Divasha Sattva Siddhi. So Divasha Sattva Siddhi means now he is no more living at a mechanical existence of cause and effect. His life is at the level of Rutambhara Pragya. In Patanjali Yoga Darshan, this word comes. Rutambhara Pragya means intuitive understanding. The wise people live not through the cause and effect. They live through intuition. Intuition transcends the limitations of the cause and effect. Whenever we are caught up in cause and effect, we are living at the intellect level. Cause and effect is an illusion projected by the intellect. When you go beyond the intellect, then your perceptions differ. Like when we look at the ocean and the waves, we call ocean as the cause, waves as the effect. But if you have got intuitive vision, you will come to know that both ocean and wave, they are superimposed on the waters. So water is the reality and not the ocean is neither the cause nor the waves are the effect. So he goes beyond the limitations of cause and effect. Therefore, one of the technique of spiritual practice is don't get lost in asking why, because the sky is too high. Try this thing also, I told you. Delete these two words from your vocabulary once for all. One word is why and second word is how. Thereafter, now try to talk. How to talk? Then why to talk? See? And whenever we have not asked question, we have grown wise. Like we have never asked a question, why electrical circuit gives us a shock? We know it gives a shock, so we behave properly. In the same manner. Don't ask question. No, one lady was telling me, Swamiji, I am not complaining, I know you don't like complaint. My husband is that way very good. He is caring, he earns a lot, he takes care, he takes us for a vacation. Everything is good. But whenever a wife praises a husband, there is a danger for the listener. I am telling my anubhav, therefore I am Anubhavananda. See? But you know, he is so angry, his anger I cannot take any more. What should I do? Therefore, friends, when you know the fire burns, you don't ask why it's burning. You know it's burning, you take care of it. In the same manner, husband is angry. Angry husband is easiest to fool. You can fool him very easily. See? As much a person can be destroyed by the condemnation, much more is destroyed by praise. Go on praising him. Ped par chadhao. And be happy. Divasha Sattva Siddhi. We go beyond these logic. Divasha, we transcend the intellect, we go beyond this Rutambhara Pragya. एवं स्फुरत्तात्मक असत्वा साधनादेव अस्ते योगिनः सिद्ध स्वतंत्र भावः So, when he is thus abiding in his conscious blissful existence, then Siddhaha Swatantra Bhavaha, he has attained total freedom. Now he is no more a slave. Friends, we are slave to the worldly things. We are slave to the worldly places. Forget things and places. One day in Jaipur, I was staying with my host and one Amma came with me, a Bengali Amma came. And she was staying in her room, I was staying in my room. Next day morning, as usual, I got up in the morning, early morning, finished my ABCD and playing with my laptop. So she got up and she said, Swamiji, how did you sleep? So I got up from my laptop and went on the bed. I said like this. He said, Swamiji, please. I don't know how to talk to you. I said, you asked me how did I sleep, so I am demonstrating. What more you want? I did not get sleep for the whole night. I said, Bhagavad Gita has come in you. Ya nisha sarvabhutanam tasyam jagarti sayyami. When all the ignorant people are sleeping, you are awakened. Dhanya ho Mataji, dhanya ho. She became so frustrated. Yes, Swamiji, please don't make fool of me. I said, there is no need. You are self-sufficient. I don't know how you sleep. See, I cannot sleep in any bed, or the pillow is not there, the room is different. The whole night I was tossing. And how do you sleep? Every day, every place, there is a new place, new bed, new pillow. See how much dependence we have about food, about place, about the people, everywhere. So, the one of the most important thing is Siddha Swatantra Bhavaha. You discover freedom. Friends, freedom is not what you people call here. Whatever I feel like doing, I do. That is a slavery to the mind. It is not freedom. See, whatever is right, that alone is done. Whether I like or I don't like, that is freedom. Freedom from the liking and disliking is the real freedom. Not substantiating our likes and dislikes. That is the bondage. See, friends. So, Siddha Swatantra Bhavaha. Mahabharata tells in a very beautiful way, Sarvam Paravasham Dukkham, Sarvam Atmavasham Sukham, Etad Vidyat Samasena Lakshanam Sukha Dukkhayoho. All dependence is misery and all independence is happiness. Life becomes beautiful. And this you can practice by one simple technique. It's not very difficult. Like here I am staying with Aparna. Now I know that on the coming Monday I am going. So first day when I came she was happy. Next day she is happy. Third day she is happy. With every passage of day her titer of happiness increases. And the last day she is happiest, thank God. So what I do, I start counting down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Exactly the same way. As I have come here for 5, 6 days, in the same manner, we have come in this world for a vacation. This is not our house. Before Aparna has to tell me, Swamiji, how much you charge to leave my house? Before that I should leave. In the same manner. Before the world has to tell, ab jao na? So, be prepared to leave this world without any notice. You will be happiest. See, friends, we are here for a temporary period. We may think 100 years, but it is just a time scale. What is 100 years for us is billions of years for the mosquitoes. See, within one day, how many birth cycles are happening in the mosquitoes? Therefore, Siddha Satantra Bhavaha, discover your freedom. Whether the body is a child died, then a teenage was born. The teenage died, then middle age was born. Then middle age died, then not so old age is born. Then not so old age also died, then old age is born. Let this also fall, who cares? Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara tatha dehantara praptihi dhiras tatra namuyati. The day you become established in this wisdom, you will see every day is a celebration. We are all created by God for a celebration. Instead of enjoying the celebration, we are calibrating. How we calibrate? Some conjus goes for a vacation for the first time in life. And when they go, one of my friends' example I am giving you, a Sardarji friend, his son was having a polio many years before, maybe about 50, 60 years before. So I was on motorcycle, his son sat behind because he was having polio. I said, Jhansi ki Rani ho main, pakad ke baitho. He tightly sat down. And we went very fast. We were on a hill station. And then his father, his wife, father's wife and the daughter, they came on one scooter. So being old, he was driving slowly. Whenever you drive the car slowly, that tells your age. The speed of the car is inversely proportionate to the age of the driver. So, we reached there. After reaching, my friend, that child said, I said, hey, what do you want to eat? I want to eat dosha. We never get dosha in our house. I said, okay, I ordered 2 dosha. He said, Swami, the dosha has come, but now Papa will become angry. 25 rupees dosha. With this 25 rupees, we can feed the whole kasbah, the whole village we can feed. Why do you spend money here? I said, don't worry. We start eating. They will not take juta back. And we started eating. And he became so angry with his son. Why did you ask Swami to pay so much money like that? You have gone there for enjoyment, not for counting money. Remember this principle. Whenever we go for a vacation, we don't go for earning money. We go for spending money. We have a budget. I have to spend 2 lakhs. Spend it. See, friends, in the same manner, we have a budget here. We have come here for a celebration, not for suffering. You have understood everything is spirituality. I am not giving a mala in your hand and make you suffer silently. I am not telling you do meditation and go to sleep. See, friends, celebrate your life. So, Siddha Satantra Bhavaha. Okay. Evam Swatantra Bhavasya. Now, such a Mahatma, such a yogi who has attained this total freedom, Yatha yat tatra tatha anyatra. So, he is not only at home with himself, but he is at home with the whole world. See, friends, there was one family where in Melbourne, I think, and along with me somebody came for the first time. And in that house, about 15-20 of us, everybody was busy somebody preparing tea, somebody is taking ice cream, somebody is taking the juice, somebody was cooking and all that. And that person who came with me, he said, Swamiji, whose house is this? I don't understand who is the owner and who is the host and who is the hostile and who are the hostages. I don't understand that. I said, here everybody is my guest. This is my house. All these people have come to help me. See, friends, if you are able to be at home with you and equally at home with the whole world, you have won the race of life. You have solved the maze of life. Therefore, yatha tatra tatha anyatra. It is something like, when I get a scratch on my face, so I go and scratch like this. Will I ever feel, सबके सामने कैसे खुजलाऊं? What people will say? No! Even I don't have sent an application for approval. Excuse me, on the right cheek there is scratching. Will you please come and help? And when it happens, thank you very much. No! We are at home, at peace with ourselves. In the same manner, such a master is at peace with everything, everybody. Na chaivam udasinena anena bhavyam apitu. But be attentive. Here the teacher gives a very strict caution. He says, Bijavadhanam. Never take anything for granted in life. One of the most important spiritual practice. Never take anything granted. Bijavadhanam. Remain in tune with the divine. Don't imagine that now I know everything. No, 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 no. The highest illusion is the illusion of realization. I am realized. Ab kya karna hai? How? No. In Panchadashi, Vidyaranya Swami writes, abidance in the self does not mean our life should become like the dogs and the pigs. Because if we have gone through a proper channel, proper way, then we will not be having that kind of dirty life. No. Therefore, Bijavadhanam. We should never take a single day, a single moment, a single interaction for granted. Abide in the truth and behave. Otherwise, any time we are likely to slip. And to tell these, many stories come in our Puranas. Such and such great Mahatma, he was doing tapasya, and when he was doing tapasya, this Apsara came. See? You know, in Hindi, they call the government officer as Apsar. So the Apsara came. And that Apsara deluded that old man was doing tapasya for years together, and she deluded him, and he got all tapasya got down. See, friends, if our clothes are dirty, little more dirt makes no difference. But if our clothes are chinopal washed, clean, neat, properly ironed, even if a scooter goes nearby you, and those emissions of the very minute black particles, they also create a spot on the white cloth. In the same manner, as we rise from the relative world to the absolute, the possibility of fall will be very high. If you fall from one step, nothing happens. See? One child asked me this question, Swamiji, how the Sindhis are named? All the names are ni. See? Like Gulrajani, Advani, Akashvani, Pareshani. I said, I don't know. Swamiji, Mummy told you know everything, but the simple thing you don't know. I said, no, I can tell you. I said, tell me. He said, 3 Sindhis were climbing a building. From the first floor, one Sindhi fell down, and there was a big thud. So his name became Thadani. Then the 2 still kept walking. They walked up to 5th floor. From there, the second Sindhi fell down. He became crippled. He became Kripalani. Now I don't know what is coming. I said, then what happened? He said, the third one reached the top. And he wanted to see what happened to those 2 fellows. And he also fell. And he died. Marjani. See, friends. As we grow subtler and subtler in our spiritual practice, the possibility of attraction from the worldly things increases. Therefore, it is said here, he should be very, very careful. Bijavadhanam, be rooted in the truth. Never give up your regular practice of spiritual life. Getting up early in the morning, finish your bath, doing your japa, chanting. This is very essential, that keeps us reminding. Otherwise, any time we can slip and then fall. Now, such a yogi, asanastaha sukham hrude nimajjati. Asanastaha. This word asan is so much wrongly interpreted in the whole world. Like in Patanjali, the meaning of asana is so terribly changed by the people. Yoga means what? Only asana. Asana means what? Twisting the body. That is acrobatic, that is not asana. According to Patanjali, asana means sthira sukham asanam. You are at peace with yourself. That is asana. So asana is not sitting. Asana is, what is the quality of your mind? Are you at peace with yourself? Sthira sukham. And this can come only by two techniques. Prayatna shaitilya. The more our life becomes effortless, more we are at peace with ourselves. Whenever we try to prove something, struggle, life will be in pieces. So, asanastaha sukham hrude nimajjati. Asanasta means asyate nitya ekatmya stiyate asmin iti asanam. Param shaktam darshanam. When we are abiding in the absolute, and therefore we are at peace. Dvitiyatvai bhayam bhavati, Upanishad says. Wherever there is a sense of otherness, the misery or the samsara begins. When there is no sense of otherness, there is no misery, no samsara. Wherever there is sense of otherness, not only for you and me, but everybody, anywhere, when there is sense of otherness, samsara begins. This principle I discovered in Delhi many years before. I was staying in one of my friend's house. It was raining, evening time, and we have put on the tube lights and all that. So his mother was preparing food or something. I was sitting in the veranda and watching the rains. I like watching the rains. So because of the rains and the tube light, there are many, those insects coming. So many insects came. So one small lizard, baby lizard came for dinner. So when she came for eating, then a dada lizard came. So baby lizard came, the insect ran away. When a strong lizard came, the baby lizard ran away. And I was watching that. Then I got up, took the stick there, which was used for putting the clothes for hanging. So I took the stick and went near that. So that big lizard, that she ran away. And when she ran away frantically, this small baby lizard, out of excitement, she fell on my hand and I ran away. Everywhere the expression of life is same. Whether it is insect, whether it is a small lizard, big lizard or a biggest lizard. See friends. Therefore, wherever there is a sense of otherness, the samsara begins. So here he says, asanastaha, he who is abiding in his essential divine self, sukham hrude nimajjati, he is happily submerged in the ocean of bliss. Nimajjati. He is no more miserable in this world. And you will see, if you observe your only life, friends, Vedanta tells only one thing. Learn from your experiences of life. You don't require a guru outside. Learn from your experiences. See? You will see we are all miserable, never for something great. See? We are miserable. In the morning, I didn't get a cup of tea. I don't know. Arey Daridri, if you have to be miserable for something higher standard. We are all miserable for small little things. For something great we are never miserable. Therefore, he is asanastaha, abiding in the deep, once essential being, and therefore cheerful, happy. And that, what does it mean here? The Shastra tells, Nordhva dhyanam prayunjita nadhan sthana navadyata nagrata prushtata kinchit parshvena उभयोरपि नान्तः शरीरस्थं तु न तु बाह्ये भावयेत् क्वचिन् नाकाशे बन्धयेत् लक्ष्यं नादो दृष्टिं निवेशयेत्. So he tells, such a master is leading his life absolutely effortlessly. He is not struggling for meditation. Meditation is the biggest cartoons in this whole world. Many places you will see, there are so many varieties of meditations. One meditation is Ghanti meditation. All of them sit and they say, ab Ghanti hogi, meditation karo. Tan, 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 tan. How long? Chup, bolo mat. But then how can, okay, I'll again ring the bell second time. So what will be the meditation? When the bell is ringing, This is called a Ghanti meditation. The second type of meditation is Jhatka meditation. They sit like this thing, after some time, sleep is coming, they don't want to sleep, but they are not meditate. So don't go in all that. Remain cheerful and happy. Now, as he progresses, Tadeva Nadi Samharadi Anavopaya Krama Samvidata Moha Jayad Majjan Shuddha Vidyatmaka Shakta Balad Asadana Prakarshan Atmikruta Paramruta Hruda Atma Shambhavo Pado Yogi. Such a yogi who has thus gone through the total spiritual practice and now he is abiding in his essential nature, then Swamatra Nirmanam Apadayati, the 17th sutra tells, he is able to thereafter have the power to create anything that he desires in this world, depending upon his evolution. You must have seen there are many Mahatmas who are able to create the things out of the thin air. In Varanasi, there was one Mahatma, Swami Vishuddhanandaji Maharaj. And he, right from childhood, he went to Tibet and did a lot of the tantric sadhana. And he has conquered the Surya Vidya, that is what they say. And with that, he was able to create any smell by will. So suppose somebody gives him an ordinary flower, he will say, hey, how come you brought this rose flower so beautiful? No, Maharaj, this is not a rose flower, this is an ordinary flower. No, it's a rose, you see. By the time you look at it, it is a rose flower, smells like a rose. So all these he is able to do. There are many Mahatmas you must have seen, heard, or Satya Sai Baba used to create so many things. But up to a particular limit. They cannot go beyond that. Therefore, Swamatra, whatever is their limit. See, it is something like, ocean can create a wave, but a wave can never become an ocean. When the wave wants to become an ocean, the wave disappears, ocean alone remains. In the same manner, the Paramatma, Brahman can become the Jiva, but the Jiva cannot become the Ishvara. See, he cannot be. We may call out of respect, Bhagwan, Bhagwan, Bhagwan. This is a different issue. But these are all the Siddha Marga people. They have got only a limitation. Beyond that, they cannot go. Therefore, it is said here that Swamatra, whatever is the limit of his conscious abilities, up to there, he is able to Nirmanam Apadayati, he is able to create the various kinds of things according to his ability. And na cha evam swashakti nirbhita bhuta bhava sharirvataha asya janmadi bandha kachiditya vidya avinashe janma vinashaha. Such masters, if they keep in this mode of abiding in the self without getting again digressing into this world, then vidya avinashe janma vinashaha, then they are no more born again. See, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says, na tasya prana utkramanti atraiva brahma samashnute. Such great masters, they don't leave the body. The bhogis and the yogis, they leave the body. Karma kandi, they leave the body. And therefore, they all the time talk in terms of this life, next life, last life, and going to hell, going to heaven. because they accept that the soul in the body is separate from body to body. So when this body falls, the soul comes out and in search of other body goes. So in some room there is a board hanging, T-O space L-E-T, too late. So this small I, iPhone, iPad, this I goes in that space and occupies. So it becomes T-O-I-L-E-T. This is how the body is born. See, because imagine there is a soul per body. But the wise man, abiding in his divine nature, he doesn't accept himself to be a soul, therefore he is not born again. Friends, I'll tell you another simple technique. I am body, it's only imagination, what else it is. I am beautiful, another imagination. I am intelligent, third imagination. I am fortunate, another imagination. I am lucky, next imagination. In the same manner, I am soul, imagination. What do you know about soul? If we have to imagine, why don't you imagine I am divine? See? This technique is called as bhavana. In Bhagavad Gita this talk comes. Nasti buddhi ayuktasya nacha yuktasya bhavana. Nacha bhavayata shanti ashantasya kutasukam. This is only our bhavana that I am most unfortunate. See, people are getting married and I am not getting married, I am most unfortunate. And then you get married. Now I am fortunate. Next day, I think earlier was better. Our whole life is only bhavana pradhan. So if we have to do the bhavana, why not try this? Insist. You are divine. Insist. Don't have to tell others, but within yourself. The whole spiritual practice has got two aspects. Vidhi nishedha. What I am not, reject. What I am, assert. When rejection and assertion is properly balanced, then alone we are walking the path in the right direction. If there is only vairagya without understanding and knowledge, it is like a bird trying to fly who has got only one healthy wing and other is weak. He will flutter in the same place. In the same manner, he has got only the knowledge and no vairagya. He also will be only talking like me, but nowhere reaching the destination. So, vidya avinashe janma vinashaha. He is liberated from this bondage of birth and death. So, prapancham parityajya heyopade lakshanam trunadikam tatha paranam pashanam sacharajaram Shivadhyavani paryantam bhava bhaveshu brumitam sarvam shivomayam dhyatva bhuyo janmana prapnuyad. It is said in the Sri Kantham that the whole world is rejected. How the world is rejected? Be attentive. The world is rejected by recognizing that the world is not other than me. See, I can reject something which is other than me. I cannot reject myself. Aheyam anupadeyam. And therefore none of us have ever an experience of our absence. Technically it's called aheyam, that which cannot be rejected. Anupadeyam, therefore need not be got. It is the same. This is the vidya vinashe, janma vinashaha. The problem of birth and death is once for all taken care of. Yada tu Shuddha Vidya Sarupam asya nivajjati tada. When this yogi is thus living in the Shuddha Vidya, kavargadishu maheshwarya prashumataraha. Then what happens? That these various kinds of forces in the nature, they start acting on this Mahatma. And as a result, he is being tempted through the words. Be attentive. Like I told you in the beginning, if you want to destroy somebody by abusing, you will never be able to destroy. If you want to destroy somebody by praise, you can easily destroy. There was an artist, a sculptor, and he came to know about his death. I think I am going to die. So he prepared half a dozen statues. exactly like him. And he sat in between two statues, exactly the same way. When his death came, the Yamadutas came to take his life, and they were confused. Now, which is the real one? All are looking exactly the same. So they approached Yamaraj. Boss, very difficult challenge, I don't know. We should not bring a wrong person, So who is the real one? I don't know. You are a fool. Come, I'll tell you. Then Yamaraj came and started praising. Oh, this sculptor must be the most genius. Even Vishwakarma is nothing before him. He's so good. But in this one statue, there is a mistake. The moment he said, in this statue there is a mistake, immediately he bounced. Which mistake? Pakdo. See, friends, Kavargarishu Pashumataraha means we are very easily taken away by our praise. See, it is said, Nindaka niyare rakhiye, angana kuti chavaye. Those who are praising you all the time, beware. Those who are criticizing us, they are our really well-wishers. One example I'll tell you. Once in a children's camp, earlier I used to spend a lot of time with the kids. Now I spend time with the bigger kids. So, to tell them this principle, I went for the lecture, all the children were sitting, and I put, those days I used to put on the here .com. Now I don't put, it is allergy here. So, I put the .com here on the side and went there. So all the children looked at me and started laughing. I said, hey, come on, don't laugh. We are come here for study. No more laughing now. The more I became serious, the more they were unable to control. So one of them, and again the whole class will start. I said, come on, yeah, tell me why are you laughing? I will also laugh with you. Why you are laughing? One boy said, Swamiji, you have put your chandan here rather than in the center. You are looking like a cartoon. Then I told, look here. So you have found out my fault. So you are my friend or enemy? See, friends. Therefore, here this is a very important sutra. That if we are not alert, then Pashumataraha, Kavargadishu. Kavarga means the alphabets. A, A, I, I, U, E, I, O, Au, Am, Ha, Ka, Kha, Ga, Ga, Cha, Cha, Ja, Jana, Ta, Ta, Da, Da, Na, Ta, Tha, Da, Da, Na, Pa, 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 Ma, Yara, La, Va, Sha, Sa, Ha, Ksha. All these are called as the alphabets. This we have studied in our earlier chapter. How each alphabet is presided over by a deity. And that deity dilutes the person who listens about it. Therefore, what should be done? Yataha evam ataha shuddha vidya sarupam ukta yukti bihi asaditam api tathana nashati tatha sarvadashashu yogina savadhavena bhavitavya iti aha. Therefore, what should be done? The yogi should always remain extremely alert. And what is the status of that alertness? 20th Sutra. Trishu chaturtham tailavat asecham. See? Trishu. In the three. What are the three? Waking, dream and deep sleep. Chaturtham, the fourth. Asecham is permeating. See? It should be sprinkled. Now be attentive. To understand this, I will give you a personal experiences. Man, the same man is called a son, husband and father. So through these three, Trishu, through the son, through the husband and through the father, there is one common denominator. That common denominator is man. The same man with the conditioning of his father is called as the son, and with the conditioning of his wife is called as the husband, with the conditioning of his son is called as the father. So this man is in and through, permeating through these three expressions. Be attentive. Who is miserable? It is the son, it is the husband, it is the father. So what should be the spiritual practice? The son should remember that basically he is a man first and then the son. He should remember first he is a man, then the husband. First he is a man, then the father. If he remembers that, then remembering that, play the game of your life whatever acting, whatever role you are supposed to play that role perfectly well. But in and through all that play, don't forget, you are basically divine. Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter. Bhagavan tells the things very beautiful way. He says, he starts giving the addresses of his presence. First of all, he says, Yada nityagatam tejo jagat bhasayate khilam yat chandramasi yachagnav tat tejo vidhimamakam gama vishya cha bhutani dharayamyam ojasa pushnami chausadi sarva somo bhutva rasatmakaha aham vaishvanaro bhutva praninam dehamashritah pranapana samayuktaha pachamyannam chaturvidham. He started showing his presence from Lord Sun up to our stomach. All these places I am available. Then, Sarvasya Chaham Hridisannimishtaha, I am the heart of everyone. Like gold says, I am the heart of all the ornaments. If you remove the gold, ornaments cannot exist. Without me, nothing exists. So who are you? Mattaha smriti jnanam apohanancha. I alone support jnanam, waking experience, smriti, dream experience, apohanam, deep sleep experience, chakarat samadhi. I alone support the waking, dream, deep sleep and samadhi, like the man alone supports the son, the husband and the father. So, Vedaisya sarvai ahameva vidyaha. So all these scriptures, Vedas, are ultimately meant to know who is this I. Sarvaihi Vedahi aham eva vidya. Vidya means worthy of knowing. This has to be known. And how this is known? Here, Trishu, Chaturtham Tailavad Asecham. In and through all these experiences, Jagra, Sapna, Sushupti, in all these experiences, do not forget your divine nature. To start, first in the waking state. The quality of our waking state determines the quality of our dream state. And the quality of these two states determine the quality of our deep sleep state. See, friends. Therefore, how do you know you are going right on the spiritual path? A very simple technique. If your sleep is good and if your hunger is normal, you are good. Don't worry beyond it. No, Swamiji, I can't do meditation. Go to sleep, relax. There is no need to do meditation and suffer silently. Trishu Chaturtham Tayalavad Asecham. Then Atra Upayam Aha. Now here the technique is given. How to keep ourselves in tune with this divine self that we are, although functioning through waking, dream, deep sleep, samadhi. Magnaha swachittena pravisheta. The 21st sutra it is. Swachittena pravisheta magnaha. One should, along with the mind, dive deep in one's own being. Be very attentive. You must have gone for swimming on the seaside or the ocean. When you are on the surface level, I did this experiment, from that I am telling you. On the surface, when you are doing, the scuba diving, they give you some funny kind of Ganeshji's, trunk, which comes out like that. So, and you are floating, and you can see the corals in the waters. But there the waves are so much, so you keep on buffeting up and down according to waves. If you go the same place, remove all those gadgets and go deep into the waters, maybe 5 or 10 feet below, there will be no wave. In the same manner, when we are living at the periphery of our personality, there will be more agitations. When you go deep within, as in deep sleep, there are no agitations. Why? Because mind and consciousness are one. That knowledge where a sense of otherness is taken real is mind. where the sense of otherness is brushed away as illusion, that is consciousness. And therefore, when we go deep within ourselves, then here the teacher says, Magnaha svachittena pravisheta. So how do we go deep within ourselves? First of all, let us understand what is remaining at the periphery of our personality. It means desiring about the world. Every desire is a wave on the ocean of consciousness. And when we are getting influenced by these desire waves of the worldly things, then we are constantly buffeted up and down, up and down. See? And when we dive deep, and this is what we do, why we go to sleep is only for this purpose. Because we are tired, buffeting on these waves of thoughts, desires. I want this, I want that, no. And finally we get tired and then we go to sleep. There are many people, they tell me, Swamiji, you are awesome. I said, never mind. You know how? I said, no, I don't know. You know, I am awesome. See, when I come, I am tired, I come home. After I come, finish my food and all that, straight away go to bed. I don't watch TV, etc. Nothing. I start your MP3. And then I don't know when I sleep. So that day I came to know I am anesthetic. People listen me to sleep, not to awaken. This is the glory of our scriptures, If you don't get sleep, you try this thing. Take a fat book of Bhagavad Gita on the bed and start reading. You say, Sona acha hai. They can provide it. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tas tataiva bhajamyam. Whatever you seek from me, I grant you. Magnaha svachittena pravisheta. Then, thereafter, in the 22nd sutra onwards, how he is again able to expand his experiences is said that will take in our next class. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.